Congratulations on your purchase of the BlumSafe, and thank you for your confidence in us. This video will describe the relatively simple installation process. Installation of the BlumSafe is a relatively simple task, but if you feel uncomfortable doing it on your own, please make sure that whoever installs the safe for you watches this video first and reads the instruction booklet. You can find the instruction booklet in the safe or on our website, blumsafe.com. Finally, make sure that whoever installs it has a helping hand, because the safe is heavy and 2 people should be holding it when it is being mounted into the wall. Now let's begin. Installation of the BlumSafe involves 4 simple steps. 1. Determining the best location of your BlumSafe. 2. Preparing the location for installation. 3. Installing the safe and winders. And 4. Programming the lock. Okay, first let's talk about determining the best location for your BlumSafe. Once you find the right place for your BlumSafe, the rest of this installation process is easy. Basically, if you have wall space on an interior wall for a 16-inch by 28-inch painting, then you have a place for your BlumSafe. There are 4 considerations when choosing the best location for your safe: concealment, mounting on an interior wall, avoid wires and pipes, and determining the mounting style. See the instruction notes page on our website under the Support tab for more information on each of these factors for installation. You can also look at the long installation manual under that tab for information. Now, let's begin installation by finding the studs on the wall where the safe will be located. So, let's try to find our studs. Okay, that's one edge, another edge, one edge, right here, it's another edge. Okay, so we've marked our stud, the inside of our left stud and the inside of our right stud. The next thing we have to do is we have to determine where we're going to start the hole from the floor. Now, usually a safe like this should be started between 36 and 40 inches up. So we're just going to mark 36 inches right here along with this stud line, and 36 inches from the floor here along this stud line. And then we're just going to draw a line with a level connecting them. Okay. Let's just make sure that's balanced. We want this to be level. Okay, that's simple enough. Now, let's just check where the stud is here. It should be in the same location as it is up there. Okay, so this is the right location. So the next thing we're going to do is, from this line, the opening of the safe should be approximately 27 inches high. So let's mark, say, 27¼ inches up here. Let's just, again, okay. Now let's draw from here up. Again, let's use the level, but frankly the stud should provide the, should make it good. Okay. Now we're going to close this. Remember, this is our stud edge. And okay. And make this level. Okay, that is our safe opening. Okay, now that we have our outline of the safe on the wall, which is an approximate outline, we don't have to be too worried about the lines being perfect because the flanges of the safe will cover the opening. So now let's start cutting inside with a hole saw. Let's start cutting inside the lines. Okay, so we got that hole made, and now we just take the drywall out. Okay, now we have the safe in the wall. Remember at the beginning we said we had 3 choices for mounting. If we had a 2x8 stud, we could just put the safe flush into the wall and drill the holes, put in the bolts, and the safe would be mounted. The second choice we had was if we had a 2x4 stud construction wall, which is roughly half the depth of the safe, we could mount the safe as it is here, where it's partially in the wall, partially out of the wall, and then use trim strips around the sides or fancy molding to make it blend in while it's partially surface mounted. The third choice is if you have a utility closet or crawl space or any kind of dead space in the wall behind the safe, you could actually cut a hole through the wall, the other side of the wall, and just push the safe totally flush against this wall, and then a portion of the safe would project out the back of the wall. That's what we're going to do in this installation. Okay, so now we're going to just cut the other side of the wall out so we can slip the safe through the wall. Unless you were using the battery pack to power your winders, you need to install the power cord for your winders and run a line for any other accessories to your safe. The easiest way to do this is to cut a hole in the same stud pocket as the safe, near the stud closest to your electric outlet. So you see this is the stud pocket for the safe. Okay, and we cut a hole about here, which is on the other side of the stud that the electric outlet's mounted to. At that point, we could just pull wires through here, up through this opening, and into the safe. This component is called a flexible opening cable wall plate that I got at a big box store. Okay, this is the antenna for the alertus sensor, and this is the power adapter for the winders. These are the ends of them. I'm just going to thread those through that opening that we just mounted, pull those out this hole out the top, and then we will pull these into the floor hole of the safe when we mount the safe. So now we're going to put the wires into the hole in the bottom of the safe. Okay, we're going to thread them in, bring it a little closer, and then I'm going to tape it to the bottom of the safe so the wires do not fall back into the hole in the wall, which would not be good. Okay, now let's pick this up. I'm going to help you. Let's put this into the hole in the wall. Are we there? Now that we've slid the safe through the front wall and through the back wall into the utility area, the safe is flush with the front wall. Now I'm going to mark the mounting holes into the studs. There are holes in the side walls of the safe that you should put your pencil through those holes and mount and mark those spots. Might have to feel around for the hole, but it's there. There we go. and the final hole. Okay, so now I have marked the mounting holes onto the studs through the holes in the side of the safe. The next step is to drill those holes. Okay, so now we have our mounting holes in the safe. I'm going to start on the left side, and I'm going to, using a ratchet wrench, I'm going to attach the safe to the wall, into the pilot holes that we drilled earlier. Remember to hold the safe against the wall, because you want it to be flush with the wall when you do this. Now for the final assembly of the safe. This is the no heavy lifting part. This is the base drawer for the winders. You see there's a drawer in there with removable cushions that could hold watches, or you could just put jewelry in these drawers. In the bottom of this base is an electrical outlet for your electric adapter that we had pulled through the hole in the bottom of the safe earlier. Just connect that, just plug it in very easily, then insert the drawer into the safe and turn it vertically so that it sits on the floor of the safe. And just hide the wire underneath there, push it back through the hole. Next, and push it against the back wall. It's very important to push the drawer against the back wall so you have the maximum amount of clearance room for your watches. Then pull the drawer out and just make sure you have clearance. It could be that you didn't push it close enough to one wall or the other, and it might not have clearance, so this will assure that. We have a bar in the safe. You'll see it here. This is actually an early prototype. It's got some velcro on it, but the rest of it is metal. That's to show you what the bar looks like raw. This bar will basically, it's got clamps on the side that will be rubber coated, and it will hold your top row of winders in. Now you see we have holes here at each row level. So depending upon whether you have a 3-winder, 6-winder, 9-winder, or 12-winder setup, you put this equal to the top rows. So if you have a 9-winder setup where you have 3, 3, and 3, this is where it would go. If you have a 6-winder setup, you'll just attach this bar with the screws at the second level to represent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winders. We are putting it at the third level because we're going to show you a 9-winder setup. Now firstly, these are the winders. If you're going to have a 3-winder setup, you'll leave these black pieces in place, these caps at the top. And the winder just sets in to the drawer like that. There are these electrical contact points here that just fit into these discs at the top of the drawer. Okay? Now, on the other hand, now this is if I were going to have 3 winders, this is how we would position them. However, if I'm going to have a second row, I need the top caps on this first row of winders to come off, because otherwise there won't be contact parts for the electricity to travel from the bottom winder to the top winder. I have a bent paper clip here, and you see there's a little hole by each of these caps. You just stick the paper clip in the hole and pry off the cap. Okay? So those would go, we pry off all the caps for the bottom rows of winders. You could leave the caps on the top row of winders. So for the 3 rows of winders, I'm removing these on the 2 bottom rows, the plastic covers. So like I said, I'm going to fit these in the drawer with these pieces with the electrical contact fitting into the holes for those in the top of the drawer unit. Now one thing to show you, if you ever put a winder just on your desktop at home, you pull it out of the safe, you can take it with you on a trip, whatever. you can actually get a power adapter from us, and you just insert it in the back of that winder directly, and you could use it as a single winder outside the safe, which is another nice feature of the BlumSafe. The top row of winders are going to fit between the two brackets on the holder bar, and they're going to go against the Velcro strip. As you can see on this piece, we attached the Velcro strip. When you get your safe, it will come with Velcro pieces that should go on the back of your winders on each of your top 3 winders. And likewise, there will be Velcro all across this bar. Okay? For the top bar, you should, because the clamps exert inward pressure, you should put the side winders in first, and then you might have to gently squeeze the middle winder in place. And make sure to press it against the Velcro. Press all of them against the Velcro. So we're going to have Velcro on the back of the top 3 winders, and then they will hold against the bar. Several things. First of all, if you don't want to use an electrical outlet to power your watch winders, if you limit this to a 3-winder installation, you can use a battery box that you can purchase from us separately. It will last, it takes D-cell batteries. It lasts roughly 2 to 3 months per round of batteries. So we highly suggest you go with the charge in the wall. Next, let's show how to remove a watch from the BlumSafe. You should turn off the power first for that winder. Hold the top winder in the row and then just pull it out. Okay, it's important not to just yank it out without holding on to the top, because the installation might flex. So now I'm going to load the batteries for the lock mechanism. Use good quality batteries. You know, this is your lock. They should last approximately a year, maybe a little bit more. You know, don't wait until they're winding down. And now that's it. Thank you for buying the BlumSafe. We're sure you're going to have many years of satisfaction. And thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email us at support@blumsafe.com. Thank you.